I'm Shira Lazar for What's Trending. If all of you have been following Occupy Wall Street, which we have been, you might know that there's actually a print newspaper that has started called the Occupied Wall Street Journal. And right now we are talking to co-founder of that, Arun Gupta. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Great to be with you.
How did this all start, and why a print newspaper? We all know that Occupy Wall Street has really made its way online.
Well, the movement was being represented every day, and more importantly, it was being misrepresented by the mainstream media. So we felt there had to be media that was bringing out the stories, the ideas, the politics of the movement itself. And I've been publishing newspapers a long time, and there's no substitute for them, even in the digital age, because being able to pass newspapers from hand to hand, it creates a connection that you don't just get with the web. And so we decided we were going to launch the paper, and it's been a wild success.
And how did you raise money for this? You obviously wonder, there needs to be some money to actually be creating this every single day.
Sure. Basically, we just set up a Kickstarter account. We had modest goals because we didn't want it to fail. So we were looking to raise $12,000 in 10 days. But we got promotional assistance from the Yes Men, Naomi Klein, Code Pink, and Michael Moore. And we broke through the $12,000 mark in just 8 hours, and in fact raised over $75,000. So like I said, it's been an amazing success, and there's now enough money to publish many issues and to keep going for a while.
And now what's the editorial process for these?
Well, there's an editorial team now in place. I'm traveling around the country visiting other occupations, but there's a team of really good professional editors that we wanted it to be very professional because it is being distributed to the public. And there's just a ton of copy coming in, so they're selecting stuff based on what they think fits best in terms of what's representing the movement. And they look at this paper as a way to help build the movement. So they're looking for pieces that are getting the ideas out there. It's not your standard objective journalism. It is definitely has a perspective, but I think that's fine because, you know, we have all this other mainstream media out there, and we need a different type of media to represent this movement.
Arun, how long will this be continuing? When will you guys maybe wrap up?
Well, I think the Occupied Wall Street Journal will definitely go on for months. The Independent, which I also spend a lot of my time with, has been going on for 11 years and will keep going on. But it depends on how long this movement goes on. You know, this paper was born with the movement, so hopefully it'll last a long time because this movement does.
Really, you see a future?
Definitely. There's a need for it where there's some discussions about perhaps trying to set up papers at other occupations. New York is getting a lot of the press right now, but there's huge occupations in Chicago, Boston, Portland, a large one in Los Angeles, San Francisco. So this is something that is spread like wildfire, and they need all their own media as well because there's no substitute, because these are community-based movements, so they need their own community-based media.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. And of course, check it out. If you're in New York, pick up an Occupied Wall Street Journal or online as well. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you.
And of course, for more on what's trending online, just go to whatstrending.com.